So in this segment, we're going to be discussing Michael Gove being asked, does the UK government honour the agreements it signs? And yeah, this is pretty shameful stuff here from Gove, because we know it's nonsense. We don't adhere to the agreements we sign, and we don't adhere to the agreements we make. We've covered the situation with the Afghan refugees and their families, where they're not being, they're unable to come here to the UK, despite the fact that we promised the families and refugee status and things like that. We haven't adhered to the Northern Ireland Protocol really at all. We've made unilateral extended deadlines unilaterally, which obviously breaks the agreements that we've made, and we are being taken to court over this stuff. It took us, what, 3 years, to give the EU access to the live data, which we were meant to do from the jump. So yeah, does the UK uphold the agreements we sign? Absolutely not. So let's have a look.
As Michel Barnier is here, it's the third anniversary of Brexit this week.
3 years on.
He wanted me to ask you, is the UK government...
Now, with all due respect, right, I don't know what Barnier's English level is. It must be pretty good, considering, like, I don't think I saw a translator during the negotiations. Why didn't he just ask the question? Like, he sat in studio, he's right there. He can see Michael Gove. Like, why didn't he ask the question? I don't get it.
A country that actually honours deals that it signs.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's not what he thinks.
Well, Michel and I haven't always seen eye to eye. Admire him though I do. But I think on the...
They can see each other. Why didn't Barnier just ask him the question? Like, why don't they have a conversation over this rather than do it through Laura Kuenssberg, who's going to offer no pushback whatsoever?
I think it's the Northern Ireland Protocol that Michel was particularly referring to. One of the things about the protocol, and it was there in the original agreement that we signed, is that a special committee was set up to look at the way in which the protocol operated, because both sides acknowledged that in its operation we might need to adjust things.
Yeah, both sides acknowledge they might need to adjust things, so you can't do that unilaterally, big man. You do that by talking to the EU and saying, look, this thing's a problem, can we change this thing, can we extend this deadline, etc., and both sides agree to it. You don't do it unilaterally. Both sides agreed to something and then you changed it by yourself. That's the problem here, Chief.
To be fair, the current Commission and the current Irish government have said, look, the protocol, as it was drawn up, was implemented too tightly. So you've had Leo Varadkar acknowledging that change needs to come.
And I'm about to ask Michel Barnier about that, but yes or no, will there be a deal on the Northern Irish Protocol soon?
I mean, this is just ridiculous. She's let him get away with the fact that he's blatantly lied here. He's blatantly lied here, saying like, oh, both sides envisioned that changes would be needed. The Irish government even admitted, the protocol's done too tightly. So yeah, we have stuck to our part of the agreement. Like, no, you haven't, bruv. She didn't mention the unilateral changes. She didn't mention any of that stuff. Why is there no pushback during these interviews? I don't get it. Absolutely do not get it. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.